We are Dutch Van Parts. Today we are installing side steps on our L3 Sprinter and we're doing this at Camper Trading NL. So lying here on the table we have the main parts for the side steps. This one has the extra part to go with the sliding door. The driver's side obviously doesn't have it because our van does not have a sliding door on the driver's side. We have the end pieces, we have smaller brackets to go on the rear of the side steps and the three main ones for the front. This process is the same for the L2, L3 and L4 vans. So with these brackets you can now take the time to decide how much you want the side step to poke out from the vehicle. That's done with these elongated holes that allows you a 2 cm range of motion. When stepping into your vehicle, the most weight that you will put on the side step is obviously in the front of it. That's why the front brackets are larger. These put most of the stresses into the chassis, with these bolts only taking up a shear load. The rear brackets are smaller. That's because obviously you don't step on the rear part of the side step. Now we're mounting the brackets. We don't tighten the bolts yet, we just leave them loose to allow for further adjustment later on. When mounting the brackets to the side steps, make sure that you have the ones with an F marking in the front. The sliding door bracket does not have any marking in it. There is a difference when mounting. So with the brackets now in place, now is the time to decide where you want to put it on your van. And that I mean with lengthwise adjustment. So you have enough room for additional modifications to your fenders with bigger wheels or not. For our project, we decided to align the side step front with the door seam. Now underneath the van, you can mark the position where you need to drill the holes for the blind rivet nuts. Now you have marked the hole positions in the chassis member. You can take a drill and first make a pilot hole before expanding the hole to an 11 mm for the blind rivet nuts. Now with the hole drilled, you can take some rust protection and protect the exposed metal from rusting through. You can take your blind rivet gun and make sure you have the rivet in place. Do this for all the brackets in the side step. Now you have to remove the brackets again from the side step. You take the mounting bolt. Now loosely keep it centered so it's finger tight. You can take a marker and mark where you need to drill the holes in the seam so you can fit the two M6 bolts. Now you have drilled the holes, you can mount the two M6 bolts through the hole. Again, leave these finger tight. You need the adjustment room later on when fitting the side step back onto the brackets. Now with the brackets installed, you can install the side step. Now is also the time that you can adjust how far you want to have the side step away from the door sill. When you have done that, you can take the M8 bolt buttons and you can mount them in the holes, and then you have finished installing the side step. Then you only have to tighten everything and make sure it's in the position that you want. With this design of our side step, you lose minimal ground clearance, which is a benefit going off-road. And also, the brackets on the rear allow you to have a lot of space to mount additional tanks underneath. Now underneath the vehicle, you can clearly see how our design is a very strong one. When there is a load on top of the side step, for example, you stepping on it, the entire design will try and tilt into the chassis beam, which makes it the force going into the beam instead of pulling down on it, and that makes it very strong. Now on the rear of the side step, you have these very low profile brackets. This allows you to still utilize this entire space to mount anything like an extra gas tank or a water tank. This was installing the passenger side. Doing the driver's side is just repeating exactly the same steps. Now we've installed the other side as well, concluding our install of the side steps on our L3 Sprinter. Give us a like, a follow, leave down in the comments below if you liked it and what you want to see next on our van.